All right, we'll go ahead and get started with Coach Traylor. JJ?
Hey, Jeff, do you think this is going to be the last time we're going to talk to you this season, or you think we're going to see each other next few weeks or so?
Oh, I bet we're going to get to see each other a little bit more, JJ. Power of positive thinking, baby. You can't get rid of me that easy.
Just the uncertainty, how do you guys deal with it? Are you just straight focused on North Texas?
Yeah, I told our kids at the beginning of the week, I think that's why we're suited for this. Everybody wants to talk about, we have 1 game left, 2 games left, 3 games left, 0 games, who knows? So that goes right under our culture piece. Since the day we started here, we're going to try to be the very best we can be today. We're going to try to win the day, and that's all we can focus on. We had our COVID test today, and that could stop us right there. So why get too worried? Why get too? Let's just live in the moment, be the very best we can be. We got a lot to be thankful for, and any moment I spend worrying about that kind of stuff is just a waste of my thoughts and my time. I could be doing something a lot more productive than worrying about that.
What's the plan for Thanksgiving with the players? I assume you guys are still practicing tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're going to have dinner together tonight at 6, and celebrate some seniors, and talk about some things we're very thankful for. We've got a lot to be thankful for. We have a lot to be talked about that we've been blessed with this year, and so we'll do that. And tomorrow will be a regular day. Any of the fellas that don't have a place to go, they'll come to the coaches' houses, and we'll take care of them.
What's it been like this week talking with those seniors? I heard you say that some of the guys have addressed the team. What's been the overall message from those guys?
We gave them a little format to help them, just something they're very thankful for, something about the season that it's been special to them, and then some type of motivational thought they have for the guys. So everybody's kind of stuck to the script. And, when you let different people speak, they all have different thoughts, they all have different ideas, and it's been well received by the players. A lot of coaches let them all speak at the hotel and not before the game. I just always felt like that was too long. It wasn't quite fair to everybody. So we're trying to spread our 23 out in about 6 to 7 different speaking opportunities, so we never have more than 3 or 4 speaking at a time.
Okay, Greg.
Jeff, I wanted to ask you about Mekhi Hart. How would you evaluate his play for you guys through the season?
He's been fantastic. He's everything we thought he would be. We worked really hard on recruiting him and getting him. Very grateful to Trinity Valley and the coaches there and how they developed him. And he's been, him being injured early in the year was a big loss to us. So getting him in the lineup, he's very athletic, plays very hard, and big fan of Mekhi off the field as well. Just a really good human being. Has an amazing daughter, and very, very proud to have my Mekhi.
Yeah, I know with the injury, he was going to be kind of playing his way back into shape. How have you seen him sort of improve or hit his stride through the year?
Yeah, each week he just like you said, he just keeps getting better and better and better. I know I keep using the word mature, but that's just, that's what he is. He's a blessing. He loves football, has a smile on his face all the time. He's very grateful how we've taken care of him. He's expressed that numerous times. He loves how we care for him, and plays the game the right way, and been a huge addition for us.
Is there anything that surprised you about him compared to when you recruited him and penciled him in as a day one starter?
No, sir. He's everything I thought he'd be. Coach Reed at Trinity Valley and I have known each other for a long time. He was the recruiting coordinator that handled him, and I sent a lot of players to Will through the years, and Will helped us with him and gave us great insight on him, and he was exactly right on everything he said about him.
It was just a couple years ago that Mekhi was playing defensive line. Do you see any signs that he's still picking up maybe some finer points to the position or learning his role now?
You can always get better. He gets better every week, but I'll take tight ends and defensive linemen all day that want to come play on the O line now. Those kind of guys make you look really smart at offensive tackle.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, Jeff.
All All right, thanks.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you guys. God bless. Birds up.
Okay. So if you stand up against the back of your ear, just see the laptop there. I just want you're tall, so I want to make sure you're you're good.
I always want to make it big. See how it looks. How's it going?
All right, we'll take questions for Solomon Wise. JJ?
Hey Solomon, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Not too bad. Thanks for joining us today. What's the excitement level with the guys this week?
It's locked in, pretty much focused, really excited because this could be the chance to, make history. So everybody's really focused, locked in, and excited, pretty much.
Is it weird that you guys kind of don't know what exactly is going to happen after this week?
Uh I want to worry about we're thinking about the week after. We're just trying to worry about, beating North Texas at the time right now. But yeah, so yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, Greg.
Solomon, how you doing?
You're pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right. Are you approaching this like this is potentially your last game with the Roadrunners, or what's your mindset individually heading into this one?
I've been approaching every game like it's my last since I was a freshman. Because you never know. But you never know. But yeah, so I approach every game just like that because you never know. So yeah.
What has this senior year been like for you, especially with the new coaching staff coming in? What's that dynamic been like?
A big learning year, pretty much. A big learning year. New staff come in with different philosophies, different things. Sit back and just listen, learn, pretty much. So it's been a big learning year for me.
Do you feel like they treated you guys and you had the same relationship as seniors, the same way they worked with some of the younger guys who are going to be around longer, or is that like a different dynamic?
I didn't see anybody getting treated different, to be honest. That's one thing about the staff, especially Coach Traylor. He treated everybody the same, from walk-ons to a starter, from a record breaker to number one in the nation to a scout team guy. He treats everybody the same. And you have to see it to believe it, but that's literally how we run around here. That's why things improve. That's why the environment's better. That's why the camaraderie's better within the team. That's why, we're kind of closer because there is no ranking. There's just what you put out there, so he's not going to treat nobody no different.
You mentioned this being a learning year. How do you feel about what you learned and what you've brought to the team this year?
What I learned was pretty much just, I would say, a different side of football that I wanted to learn, like from a coaching perspective, because that's one thing every player should understand about football is the football aspect from a coaching perspective, and put that as a player, put that in the player's mindset. And what was the other question you said? You said,
yeah, just what have you really brought to the team, and how do you feel about what you've accomplished individually this year?
Well, yeah, individually, it's not about me. Individually, to be honest, it's not about me. But I feel like it just the energy, just high performance standards in practice, So that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna speak too much about what I do, but yeah.
Have you decided if you would like to come back for an extra year, or how you're going to approach that decision?
I'm just worried about North Texas. And I have to graduate first, so that's not really anything I've thought about right now.
Do you know what factors might come into mind when it comes time to make that decision, or what kind of things you're going to have to weigh about that?
I haven't thought about that, to be honest.
So the coaches haven't really asked you about it. I feel like that's something they might want to try to get a gauge on, but it never comes up with you guys.
No, they haven't asked me about it, and I'm not really. Yeah, that's really been on my mind actually, surprisingly. But I guess, yeah, I haven't thought about going, staying. I haven't thought about anything.
So is this going to be a pretty emotional weekend for you? What do you expect the game to be like?
I don't know. I do love UTSA. I do love playing there, so it's probably gonna be emotional for me, yeah. But it might not be emotional for me because I might come back next year, so who knows?
That's such an interesting thing. So I guess you're just going to find out when that day comes, right?
Just get my diploma and finish this year off. Don't worry about North Texas. So other than that, that's it. So it's not really too much on my mind right now.
Anything else for Solomon? All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Makai should be on his way shortly.
Guys.
little different setup than the last time. This will be, yeah. Okay, grab a seat. Yep. Sorry. Okay, so if you stand right against that backdrop there, I just want to make sure that you're kind of tall. So. Have to move that back at least. Sure. So, just go to sound. No. You'll hear it straight from here. Cool. So, yeah. I'll talk. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Makai, you can hear me okay? Okay. Questions for Makai Hart? Greg, you can go first.
Makai, how you doing today?
I'm good, Greg. How about you?
I'm doing well. I want to ask about your season so far. How have you felt about your play as the year has gone on?
I feel like I played all right. I played good in my eyes, but obviously as an offensive lineman, you're not going to be perfect. You can get better.
What was the process for you of kind of getting back into shape and finding your rhythm after not being able to start the season?
Just at practice, really focusing on like running everywhere and trying to get technical since I was pretty late into the season.
When did you start to feel like you were back to full strength, kind of ready to roll as normal?
It probably took about 3 to 4 weeks, and then I felt like I was getting back in shape and I could actually feel that I could go longer and harder.
Do you feel like totally back to 100% now, like you're playing as well as you can?
Yep. But obviously you could do better still, no matter what.
How about compared to when you were in junior college? Have you put on some weight? How has your body changed from one year to the next?
Yeah, so in JUCO I played at like 280 around there, and right now I'm consistently around 300, so 20 pounds.
What was that process like? Did that come naturally to you, or was that a tough adjustment?
It was kind of honestly quarantine a little bit, and then just getting in shape and here and everything kind of I guess just filled into my body kind of okay.
Yeah. After our first conversation a couple weeks ago, I talked to Coach Usselton with Trinity Valley just to kind of learn more about you and your background. So I want to follow up on some of that stuff. He mentioned to me that you actually took a red shirt at Ellsworth, and you were an in-state defensive lineman there. Why did you end up redshirting your first year?
So my ankle, the coaching staff didn't give me a medical red shirt, and I had broke my ankle like the third day I was there. I never knew anything about a medical or red shirt, so they just redshirted me.
Right. What happened? How did you have that ankle injury?
Just running in JUCO, the fields aren't the best, and there's holes everywhere. I stepped in one of the holes. So.
What was that recovery process like? That sounds like a tough injury.
It was tough. I honestly almost gave up, but Coach Usselton was just talking to me, and Coach Haynes. It was football, and I loved it, so I couldn't do that.
Do you remember when you sort of started to feel like you could play normally again?
It was fall camp. Fall camp, my ankle felt great the following year.
But the crazy thing apparently is Coach Usselton was telling me that you had an Achilles and a broken hand that year as well. Is that right?
Yep.
So what was it like dealing with all that stuff?
It was hard, but I just fought through it. I got to play in the last 2 games with a club on my hand, and that's just history, I guess.
Is that especially tough for an offensive lineman to play with the club?
Yeah, but I mean the punching and the grabbing, that's the main thing. Got it done. We got it done.
Right. Did you expect that you would have like an opportunity to play a significant role at Ellsworth, even going back to when you first started there? Or did you think it might be an uphill battle just to get on the field and things?
I was going in there thinking that I was going to play, give it my all, and then see what happens, learn more from college coaches.
And then even last year, did you struggle with some injuries, at least like leading up to the season? I know you made it through the year all right, but it felt like even in camp last year at Trinity Valley, you were struggling with some stuff.
Yeah, in camp I battled through that Achilles, and then I practiced for a week, and then I got to play the whole year healthy. So that was a good thing.
So for all those kind of injuries you got through and the JUCO process in general, how do you sort of put your journey in perspective at this point? What it took for you to go from that to now being a D1 starter?
There was a lot of downfalls, man. A lot of downs, not that many ups, but you keep working, and there's ups happen.
Do you have a real sense of accomplishment at this point? Are you proud of the path you've taken?
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of the path I took to get here, and then now it's just I have the next level to accomplish what I want to accomplish.
What's that next level? Where do you want to go?
I mean, everybody's going to tell you the same thing. They're going to say the NFL. So that's where I want to be.
Right. And I understand you have a 2-year-old daughter. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
What's her name?
Her name is Kaya.
How do you spell that?
Kiah.
Gotcha. And how has that sort of changed your perspective as you go through the season?
She's everything. I mean, I do it all for her. You know, the education part of football, the going out there every day for football. You know, it's for her. Everything's for her.
Does she live around here? Do you get to see her a lot?
Yes, sir. My girlfriend and her, I got to bring them with me. So, yes, sir.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, man.
Hey, JJ.
Hey, Mekhi, I just wanted to ask real quick, what's the general mood like with the guys around the team this week?
Man, we're just fired up about North Texas. You know, we got all them bowl games and all that, but we're just focused every day to get better towards North Texas, and especially what they did last year to UTSA. You know, that's kind of a plate to feed off of.
How much do you guys talk about like this game being a rivalry?
We don't talk that much. We don't talk that much about the rivalry. We just talk about what we want to do to them. You know, that this game actually matters is very important for the November to remember.
What are some of the things they do good on defense?
They're decent up front. You know, they're all right up front. But honestly, I feel like we've seen better. But that's not to downplay North Texas. They're going to come out and play hard and play with effort, and we just got to match that. We got to match the X's and O's against them.
All right, Mekhi, appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Mekhi. Thanks, guys.
Thanks again, Mekhi.